General Hospital shock. Explosive courtroom moment ends Michael and Willow's custody truce. The custody hearing over Wiley Corinthos takes a dark and unexpected turn in General Hospital, as Michael and Willow's hard-earned compromise is obliterated by a courtroom bombshell. What began as a delicate effort to maintain peace for Wiley's sake spirals into a bitter battle of betrayal, heartbreak, and exposed secrets, forcing everyone involved to reevaluate their loyalties, morals, and family bonds. Michael Corinthos and Willow Tate believed they had finally found common ground. After months of family tension, legal threats, and uncertainty regarding Nina Reeves's role in Wiley's life, the couple sat down to draft a compromise. Their primary goal was to prioritize Wiley's emotional well-being while giving Nina some limited, supervised access. Willow, still scarred from Nina's betrayal but softening slightly for Wiley's sake, agreed to allow bi-weekly visits under the supervision of a court-appointed therapist. Michael, always the protector, wasn't thrilled but recognized the importance of avoiding another legal mess. Together, they entered the Port Charles family court with a united front. Nina, hopeful but skeptical, arrived with her lawyer, Martin Gray. Sonny stood quietly in the back of the courtroom, unsure where his loyalties lay, toward Nina, the woman he loves, or Michael and Willow, his son and daughter-in-law. But just before the hearing began, Diane Miller, representing Michael and Willow, was handed a mysterious sealed envelope by a process server. "You'll want to see this before proceeding," he warned cryptically. Judge Abbott called the court to order. Just as opening statements were about to begin, Diane requested a recess to confer with her clients regarding new evidence. Once in a private conference room, Diane opened the envelope. Inside was a DNA test, legitimate, notarized, and recent. Michael stared in disbelief. Willow's face turned pale. It showed that Michael is not Wiley's biological father. Gasps filled the room. "This can't be real," Willow whispered, shaking. "It has to be a forgery." Diane, ever the professional, confirmed the lab was credible. "This was conducted in Port Charles just 2 weeks ago," she said. "Privately ordered." There's more. Attached was a signed affidavit from Brad Cooper, admitting that he'd recently discovered Wiley's original DNA sample from the swap years ago. For unknown reasons, Brad had it retested, and the result revealed that Wiley's biological father was someone else entirely. But the name was redacted. Only the judge was authorized to view it. And once he did, the courtroom shook with the revelation. Back in session, Judge Abbott addressed the room. "It has come to the court's attention that the biological paternity of Wiley Corinthos is in question," he said. "I have reviewed the documents presented this morning, and I can confirm their legitimacy." He turned to Michael. "You are not Wiley's biological father." Pandemonium broke out. Willow collapsed into her chair, speechless. Michael stood, outraged, demanding answers. "If not me, then who? Who is Wiley's biological father?" Judge Abbott cleared his throat. "According to the document provided, the biological father is Dex Heller." The entire courtroom gasped. Nina stared wide-eyed. Carly dropped her handbag. Sonny slowly stood from the back bench, jaw clenched. "Dex." Michael barked. "The guy who worked for you? The one who got close to Joss? That Dex." Diane pulled Michael aside, urging him to keep his composure. But it was already too late. The custody agreement, the compromise, the illusion of peace, it all shattered in that one moment. Dex was nowhere in sight. But within an hour, his name was trending on every Port Charles gossip blog. The DA's office, the press, and social media were on fire. Willow was overwhelmed with phone calls and texts from family, press, and even friends of Harmony's wanting to know the truth. At the Q Mansion, Brooke Lynn was in tears, terrified this would ruin her family's fragile balance. Carly stormed into Sonny's office, demanding to know if he had known anything. Sonny denied it, but Carly wasn't convinced. Back at the courthouse, Nina approached Willow, trying to comfort her. "I didn't know. I swear to you, Willow. I never." Willow turned cold. "Don't. Just don't." That evening, Michael and Willow retreated to their home, where their world felt like it was falling apart. Willow couldn't stop replaying memories of Wiley's birth, the switch with Nellie, and the adoption papers. Everything we thought we knew about our son is a lie, she sobbed. Michael's anger was growing. Dex lied to me. To all of us. He knew this, he had to. They agreed they needed answers from Dex immediately. Meanwhile, Dex, who had been out of town, received a phone call from Jocelyn, who demanded he come back to Port Charles and face what he'd done. Michael's falling apart, she said. You owe him the truth. While the rest of the town reeled, Sonny Corinthos found himself caught in an impossible position. Dex had once worked undercover for him and later betrayed him. But now Sonny learned Dex had a son, his grandson's real father. Nina pleaded with Sonny to support her attempt to gain full custody now that Michael's claim was invalid. He's not even Wiley's biological parent, she reasoned. But Sonny shook his head. Wiley's Michael's son, in every way that matters. Still, Sonny did visit Dex in secret, where he found the young man distraught, emotional, and ready to confess. I never knew, Dex said. Nellie and I were together briefly when I was undercover in Florida. I never knew she was pregnant. Sonny was skeptical. You're telling me it's just a coincidence? Nellie gave birth, handed the baby off, and you never once suspected? Dex shook his head. She never told me. Not once. Willow, overwhelmed by the swirl of lies, court hearings, and DNA drama, broke down in front of Nina and Carly at GH. I can't do this anymore, she cried. I can't keep pretending everything is okay. She questioned whether she should relinquish custody, feeling she had failed as a mother, protector, and wife. Carly comforted her but also reminded her, you are Wiley's mother, in every way that counts. Nina surprisingly agreed. I might not like you, but I know what you've done for that little boy. You're his heart. A new emergency hearing was scheduled. Michael's legal right to Wiley had been formally challenged. Dex had filed a motion to establish paternity and, surprisingly, asked for joint custody, not full. I don't want to take him away, Dex told the judge. I just want to be part of his life. Michael, after cooling off, delivered a powerful speech. I raised that boy. I was the one at his side during every hospital visit. I taught him to ride a bike, read him bedtime stories, dried his tears. I don't care what a lab says. I'm his father. Even the judge was moved. After a long deliberation, Judge Abbott issued a stunning ruling. Michael Corinthos' legal adoption of Wiley remains valid. He is Wiley's legal father. Mr. Heller, while biologically related, has no legal claim unless the court determines it's in the child's best interest. The judge denied Dex's joint custody for now, but allowed for monitored, introductory visits based on Wiley's psychological adjustment. However, he also issued a harsh warning. This courtroom is not a battleground for ego or revenge. If any party weaponizes this child again, I will reconsider custody arrangements entirely. The ruling sparked waves across Port Charles. Michael and Willow, while relieved, now had to co-parent with a man they barely trusted. Dex vowed to earn their respect, especially Wiley's. Jocelyn stood by Dex's side, though she warned him,